Okay, so in Google Classroom, there are settings that you might want to look at and really focus on. And there's some for each particular Google Classroom, and there's some that kind of cover all of the classrooms. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take a look at the settings that are in this Google Classroom. And this is the one right here that I just created. So now that we have shared out that the Google Classroom with our students, we might want to look at some settings that we can customize just a bit to help us with our Google Classroom. And I'm going to give you just a couple of recommendations of things that might work best for you. So first of all, right up here is a little gear wheel right here, and I'm going to click on that gear wheel. And here are some settings that we can take a look at. First of all, this is, remember when I told you we named our class, and I can add a description, section, room, subject. I can add all that information if I choose to. That's up to you. All right, so the invite codes. So manage the invite codes. So right now we have the invite link is turned on, and we have our class code is turned on. But if you found that somebody might have passed this link along to somebody who shouldn't be in your Google Classroom, and you're starting to get kids in there that don't belong, you can always click on the disclosure arrow and you can turn it off. And when you turn that link off, they can click on it all day and it's not going to let them into the Google Classroom. All right, you can also reset it. And that's kind of a nice feature too. So if lots of people are using that link, you can reset it and then or turn it off and then remove those students who shouldn't be there, and then they won't be able to come back in. Okay, so you can have the kids be able to see the class code if you want to, uh, or you can choose, again, when you turn it off, it won't be there anymore. Okay. So in the stream, you can allow them to post or comment. Again, that is your choice. And the notifications. Show deleted items. I'm not even sure why they have this here, because once I delete something from a Google Classroom, I don't want my kids to see it. So I'm not sure why it's there, but maybe that's something you want to do. And if you want to invite those guardians, you need to make sure this one is turned on, the guardian summaries. All right. For the Google Meet, if you're having trouble with your Meet link, you can always click on the disclosure arrow and you can reset it if needed. And if you look down here for visible to students, that's on that main page where the header is, where our theme is. You don't have to have that visible to students. You can turn that off and you can turn it on at a different time if you needed to do that, if you're having kids that are clicking in there instead of doing what they need to be doing. And this is all about adding categories to the grades and all of that. So this is a little bit more advanced. But again, if let's say I'm going to go ahead and turn off my invite code, and when I do that, I have a save button. So if I click this and I click it, all right. All right, and then I just click the save button when I make those changes. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. Yes, we're not making any changes right now. Okay, so those are the settings within my one Google Classroom of my new Google class.